of people. All right. Read my agenda here. Um, December. Okay, December. We're on the 11th. Okay, there we go. Okay, so keeping track of that. What do I look forward to this week? All right. Perfect keys. Okay. All right. Get started. Dory. And seeing as I do not have a feather, well, I'm going to use it anyway. So I'm going to spread it with you, but it's not totally done in. So. But I'll show you guys what it turned out to be like, and it actually really resonates with me that this actually happened the way it did. And the bizarre things, like if I didn't actually have this feather right now, I probably would kind of be kind of lost without my pet feather. Um, it helps a lot with me spiritually. It holds a lot of value within the spiritual part for Native people. It's very sacred kind of energy that we use, and it's very humbling at the same time. But I'm very forever being able to have this opportunity to do this. Actually make my dreams come true as far as being able to do this now that it's more widely accepted. But I am. Oh, one sec. I can't. Yeah, I can't be doing this now on regular. Thanks, Sarah. I can enjoy it. Here we go. I'm gonna. Um. Just do this little butterfly with it. I'm gonna prepare it. Butterflies, my little butterflies. I need to make some more of those. So we're just going to do a hangout today. I'm not going to do so much cards unless it's, imperative that I do some cards today. For the most part, just kind of hanging out, do a little bit of chat, and kind of go over a few exciting things going on. If I had excitement going on in my life, I would be happy even without any. Hey, enough, baby. Out of here. Come on. I don't know which one to do it. I'm not going in and out. No. Nope. Enough. No, I'm going in and out, please. Sorry, good girl. Just look through that. No, I just had the microphone muted. I don't know. I did that earlier when my partner was here so that I could not have to have him sounding in on the video. Muse, no, baby. You're not going outside. No. Too bad. Sorry. So I was going to just kind of work on a dream catcher until somebody showed up, but I thought this one that's on the go, it's red, white, and blue. American colors, right? Can you hear me now? Does it sound better? Is it loud enough? So yeah, so it should be okay now. Let me know if it isn't. There was a bit of a delay, probably. Excuse me. My throat is really sore today. Okay, cool. My day was awesome. I had a well, maybe not quite as productive as I wanted it to be, but I did get the morning read set up this morning. It was a little bit late getting, it was about 10 or so, but I did that this morning. So I thought I would just come back on tonight because I know that a lot of you guys always show up in the evening as well. So I just kind of thought maybe I'd just do a quick kind of chill out kind of reading, like energy, just chilling, answer questions, and assist in, helping people develop their meditation skills or any questions you want to have insight in. Yeah, so. I do have my cards pulled. I have smudged the cards just in case we decide to do some reads a little bit later. I know that there was an issue yesterday with the readings, and it was getting confusing because there was too many people popping in and popping out. I have to be very selective on who I'm giving the free readings to because people are, trying to pass it off. So I'm going to keep a record of each day who I have coming in and who I have already done readings for. Because then there's no, dispute of things. So I don't know which moderator is going to be here, which one's going to show up. 'cause it is, well, it's only 9 o'clock, so everybody's just, kind of getting to the moment to, finally get some quiet time to hang out. And I'm always on the West Coast, so it's like 6 o'clock when it's 9 o'clock. Like for some of the viewers and subscribers, it's already like 9 o'clock, and the day's pretty much done. That's why sometimes I'll pop on at like 3 or 4 o'clock my time, which is like 6 or 7 their time. So it's a little bit after dinner, so people can hang out. So yeah, so I don't know. I had a really good day, very positive. It actually was very stress free, right? To be a good friend anymore, but after getting into a relationship, that seems to be advice. But hey, that's no worries, right? And you will get the answers. Your guides will actually manifest for you to give you the answers in a positive note. They'll guide you in a positive direction, right? I'm the type of channel my energy and the energy of the spirits. I don't bring my energy into it at all. I kind of have to really sometimes take a back seat to it, but just allow it to happen and the messages to come through. Um, and I find that when you're not seeking an answer, you'll end up seeing the signs and everything will pop up. Like that. Maybe you should be in more in tune with just balanced energy, and always think about yourself and your energy levels before that, right? If you're getting a bad vibration from somebody that you're kind of like, you're not feeling it. Um, just be, I guess, sugarcoat it. I don't sugarcoat nothing here. So you get to know me for who I am, and I'm just like, forget this. I'm just gonna go with it, and that's it, right? Well, you know what? That's not the violence probably wouldn't have solved anything. It would have felt good probably, like because I know I've had to do that before. But at the same point, why lower yourself any lower to that energy that screwed you over just to become their level? Just walk away. Just say, you know what? I'm glad that relationship is over. Okay. Be grateful that that relationship has ended now that you don't have to worry about it. It's going to take some healing to get over because you thought that it was under a different circumstance and you find out the other, I think, is more harming to our what do you call it? It harms us more internally. It's like a slap in the face, right? That you would just be so naive. And I've been there. I know I can confess to you. I know what it feels like. I have gone and hung people by their throat when I've been so mad because of the energy that they're putting off. They're instigating shit for somebody else. I grabbed this one girl that was my neighbor. She started a big fight with her boyfriend, and the roommate started fighting. So I went over there and I grabbed her by the throat and said, "You better shut the fuck up and stop instigating shit." It felt good at the time, but I think I scared the little shit out of her because she's no bigger than me. She's like 100 pounds soaking wet. So I just grabbed her and lifted her on the fridge and I said, "Listen here, you want to start this bullshit? You can't let him come into his home and have a piece of pie eating and pass out in his bed. So you want to start an argument, right?" Push came to shove. She got hung by her throat and she never did it again. So we got, we got our messages clear as ever. So I can't say that I'm not a saint when it comes to dealing with people. Um, I've had to, kind of get a couple jabs in somewhere, but defending a person that, was so inebriated, and then you have like a 6'4" guy jumping on a 5'6" guy that's like twice his weight, twice his size, right? And then you have the girlfriend jumping on his back and biting him and causing all this, there's quite a few scars, right? Sometimes it is. It's to keep people, put them back in line, knock them off their kind of, high level kind of thinking the ego that they're untouchable or like not really have a care in the world. But when you knock them off that pedestal that they think they're sitting on, and they find out quickly how fast that pedestal drops from below them, um, I think um, it's more of an insult to their ego. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate that people have to be like that. It's not the way that we normally would operate. But it's sometimes it is called for. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm not saying that you should either. So I don't want to get a miscommunication done. I'm not saying you should do that. That's your own personal judgment. If you want to experience that, or buy a doll that looks like her and just beat the shit out of it, get your anger out. Or put her picture on a dartboard and throw darts at it. You know what I mean? There's so many other ways to release that anger and that energy that you're holding inside. It's not a good idea to keep it because you're just going to manifest and manifest and manifest into, something that might end up it's like a snowball starting as a little chunk of a rock, rolling down embankment and picking up everything along the way. You know what I mean? To the point where you get to the bottom and you have such a big snowball you can't even move it. You know what I mean? Like, just let it roll away. Just don't even bother. Start that snowball, let it roll, and wherever it lands, just let it land. Right? So send it the energy out there, and manifest it out of your system. Right? You don't want to be holding on to any residual energy from that relationship. So give yourself smudge time. Meditation. Um, Intermingle with other people that are more. You can see through it, right? So you already know what it's like for a fake person to be acting. Um, so you're not naive to the situation. So it'll be maybe a benefit to know this now before it happens again in another relationship, knowing that it's the relationship that they're seeking, but when they don't get what they want out of it, or they feel that they're not being of use, and when you have everybody on YouTube saying let the old fall away, a lot of people are saying whatever does not serve you, get rid of it. So she may have picked up a message like that, possibly, is what I'm kind of sensing here. That she could have picked up that energy, kind of vibration, just saying, let everything go, just drop everything, and not understood that it didn't mean every relationship that you have. You have to be very selective, right? Um, to rejuvenate myself from all negativity and stuff like that. Health, brightness, I mix up those ones. And that's what you don't want to get to. You can actually do this meditation. Jason Stevenson, again, is the most popular one that I've ever used for meditation. It'll help you clear that energy and allow it to be released. Like, you think with they call it the third eye area right here, right? And you just know, you have like that know-how, right? So allow your energy to manifest through meditation. Would probably be the best benefit for you, I think. We can pull it hard to see. But just getting out there and just forgetting about it, just leave it. Like, let the dog lie where the dog's gonna lie, right? You know what I mean by that saying? Let the dogs lie where the dog lies. Um, do it that way. Don't try. And it's hard to do. I understand your point, but when you're going and lowering your vibration to a level of ignorance, why would you want to go to that level? You know, um, with the violence, it's not going to benefit anyone. Somebody's you know somebody could end up jail. Somebody could end up with assault charges. You know, stuff like that. And even the spirit box last night was talking about assault. Right? Not a good idea. I don't know if you heard that when we were channeling the information. But I'll pull a card. We'll pull a goddess oracle card for you, give you a direction. Find out what direction you need to be moving it forward. And guess what? I noticed that I made a new talking feather for myself. Did you see that? Isn't that cool? I ended up getting this one. It burnt. I'm trying to put it where I can see it. But it's kind of like a little totem animal, like a horse, or like the horse energy. Stay strong and strength and durability, and just keep moving with the flow, keep flowing. But it came out looking like a native art. You know how they draw in those like bright red and black colors, and they do the native symbols for ravens and different things, right? Well, this one reminds me of like a one of those, like a wolf, or Egyptian even. You know what I mean? Like, just the way that burn happened wasn't so bad feeling after, because I didn't see it at first, right? I wasn't aware. But then when I noticed it and my guides pointed it to me, and I was sitting there looking at it, I said, yeah, it kind of looks like a little dog, or a little, like a wolf, or, a dog, or a llama, or, you know what I mean? Like, spirit animal energy is coming through this feather now, instead of just being a talking feather. It's dignified now as to what its purpose is. So it has more of a purpose now than it did when it was all one feather, right? But it has more character added to it once again for being one hell of a feather. It's been through battles, wars, being shoved in my backpack and hanging out and getting, kind of roughed up around the edges. So it's seen its miles. But for it to now take on a new transformation of energy, it's the new beginnings. It's confirmation for new beginnings, and everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to work out and manifest into the most amazing energy that a lot of people are excited to, I'm excited for the new energy because that was their energy for me to, go and look up the spirit animals, right? So it's like I could sit here and do like a puppet show with my little feather with a big bright light on the wall, right? So yeah, so I'm going to pull my little feather over here. My little spirit animal energy is going to help us smudge today. I'm going to smudge the cards. We don't want any residual or negative energy coming through on the cards today. Spirit, please. Away. All the negative. We don't have to deal with our negative energies. Or find a more constructive way for this negative energy to be residual or dealt with. Okay? So, over there to rest. My little spirit animal feather. I'm blessed today. I am blessed. I really am blessed by spirit. I love it. That really makes me feel good that I can be blessed by spirit. And, new beginnings, a whole new outlook, new situations. What is going to be popping in for Sophia this time? And where is she need to be focusing her energy after having a falling out with her best friend? Any direction or advice that we can share with you tonight, Sophia? Let's find out what the goddess of the card says. Anyway, I'm going to draw a card for you. All right, High Priestess, you're better than that. You are very. You look like you're just like you're still stunned. Like you still are dealing like almost like with the shock of the whole experience. And you're kind of like focused on it, and that's where you're focusing. You should be focusing that much into it. You're putting more energy into it, and it really doesn't need any more energy. It's already been done, and don't waste the energy that you have been so graciously been given. And then we have on the bottom, we have Hathor, goddess Hathor, and she's in charge of receptivity. Where's my glass? Where's my googly glass? I don't even know where to get the glass. Here. Where'd they go? Yeah, you lost them. Okay, so anyways, we've got the High Priestess, and we have Hathor. So being receptive to advice, direction, understanding that the purpose and the direction that you want to move in is you need to open up your channels and be receptive of the new energy that is going to lead you into a more positive mindset. Positivity. It's going to illuminate certain situations. But it's almost like you're wearing a veil here, like you had a very intimate relationship with this person, not like sexual or anything, but an intimate, like, like how sacred it is to be like a bride. You know what I mean? With the veil and keeping your honorable part as that position with this person, right? And I need to find my glasses. I'll be with them, guys. I don't even know when I can look them. One sec, because it's such tiny writing there. Oh, I need to find it. Okay. One sec, let me find them. Oh, here they are. Sorry, guys. I just have to go find the glasses. Must have been in the other room right next door. Totally forgot about it. Okay, so I gotta get my little specs on. So today, Sophia, you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So this is where you need to be focusing your energy on your spirituality. All right, don't focus any more energy into the past. Okay, move forward with your newfound knowledge. It's a situation that was probably unavoidable, like it had to happen, right? But at least you're more knowledgeable now as to how to understand that kind of energy that's going through, right? Hey Daisy, I'm just doing a quick reading for Sophia because she's having a kind of a wonky day about what happened yesterday. So and I see it like a new beginning coming through for you, so long as you're being receptive to the energy in a positive manner, right? like there's like waterfalls, there's like clearing, there's cleansing that's going on here. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. Okay, so it's telling you don't make this one mistake make you into like the cold-hearted bitch because of it. Okay, don't go into that energy. That's not what spirit wants you to know. He wants you to move in a direction that's more healthy with you, and let the water under the bridge, and just let the bridge wash away with it if you have to, right? No, it's Shaman Emmy is my it's just on my channel. I go by Karen, is my actual name, right? So, but Emmy's fine. You can call me Emmy because it's Earth, Mother Earth. It's a mirror image of my energy, right? So that's how I work. When I'm on my channel, it's Emmy, but you can call me Karen. It doesn't matter anyway. People will get confused probably like all hell. But anyways, be receptive to the new direction that this is going to offer you. Okay. Um, there's blessings that are going to come through, and there's going to be growth. Okay, there's going to be growth on your part. That let that dark energy just release it from your whole being. Don't worry about manifesting with it because it's not worth it. It really isn't. You've got bigger things that are coming through for you that need your more immediate focusing on your personal self, right? To get these activations of spirit energy to flow more commonly. Like you have two waterfalls on the bottom of the car, like, and they're flowing, they're heavy flow. So this could be, the emotional part that you have to probably come and deal with. And she never needed me or needed my love that I had coffee and I just got it out. Not too much love again. She was used against me. That's unfortunate, for people to manipulate energy for others to be miserable or to create misery around them. That's actually very, I don't want to say the word, C face. Okay, so CUNT face. Okay, that is just uncalled for. And I would be wanting to probably punch her in the nose too, but that's not what we want to learn. That's not your lesson to be learning from, to deal with it in a violent way. What your lesson is probably learning how to not be so kind of like the welcome mat type thing. Don't take your kindness for weakness. And that's what happened, was that you were taking your kindness and everything was being taken advantage of, and it wasn't in a I don't feel that it was an intentional bad reasoning that she is the way she is and that's all you can do, right? But you should be more aware of that energy and look back and see what the cues were in regards to this must have shown signs before this breakup happened yesterday. There must have been signs that you were just like, not looking at them and, giving chance after chance 4 times. That was, that probably was more than enough of whatever situation you were going through. Okay? So you need to focus on the new beginnings, on yourself. Do the self-love, get the heal, get rid of the emotional part of this, because it's not going to serve you anything. Okay? If this person wants to reappear in your life, make sure they've done their all the way from A to Z in their healing, because it's not ever going to happen. You know what I mean? Don't be a sucker for a pretty girl or a hot-looking guy. You know what I mean? Like, don't let that take your guard down from being able to better deal with people in the future. Right? Don't be overbearing, mind you, but also don't let people have an opportunity to weasel their way in. Right? Her excuse is I get to see from people who go through things, but she literally uses them as to find whatever works for her. You can't, be disrespectful because maybe she's on a different path. She's not even understanding what's going on. You have a more intellectual feeling. You have a more in-depth understanding. And like with mine, okay, I'll use my relationship as an example. I went through my spiritual awakening. My partner watched for 4 years me going and literally losing it, like absolutely losing it, and getting on my hands and knees and praying to God to help me through the spiritual awakening. I was getting like demon attacks, spiritual attacks. I was having, it handed to me on a silver platter because it was something that I chose to do a certain way, and it kicked me in the ass. But I didn't I didn't stop though. I'm the type of person that if there is a challenge to be met, I will make sure I keep that challenge. You know, it's like when I go racing on our mountain bikes. We have like riding sessions with my partner and me, and we'll race each other to our destination point. And whoever gets there first, has to buy the other one lunch or coffee wherever it is. You know what I mean? Uh, but we were always trying. He was always trying to distract me from doing my awakening because of what he was seeing, like me literally losing my whole mind was literally. Uh, it's almost like it was like I was having brain surgery without actually going to a doctor, but it was like my brain was being flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped and experiencing these bizarre anomalies coming out. And for my partner to be witnessing the dark shadows and everything popping out of the floors, spirit being choked in my sleep and ending up on my kitchen floor when I almost had an out of body experience. So, whatever her situation is, that's for her to deal with. Don't draw any more energy from that because it's not going to benefit you. But um, if she's not willing to put that time in at this point, then it's best to just be amicable, walk away, and don't shut the door completely. But if you're willing to um, just give her the information that you've been going on a different path, and you know you want to be given the whole truth. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to have to worry about being lied to or taken advantage of, because it's very damaging to a person's spirit. When they get taken for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like financial or love or having that intimate friendship. You know what I mean? Like it's just not worth your time or your energy anymore. So definitely connecting with your guys. Like there's you're using your throat chakra, so you're standing up more and you're using your throat, you're using your vocal to be more active because of you're being having to be vocal in the relationship, having to maybe reword things or say it in a way that she's going to understand it without harming or sending any negative energy towards her. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to send harm to anybody, but you want to be vocal as to what you expect and what you want. And if it's not working, then it's not working. Okay. So if she wants to go and be distant and use that as an excuse because she's hurting inside for whatever reason, she's gonna, take the limelight off her because she's not healed and throw it on somebody else. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna put the spotlight on you. So that's what she wants. She doesn't want to have to deal with anything. She's too ignorant to the whole idea of what spirit means, right? And how it's correlating in your life is going to be different than how it might be not even correlating in hers, is what I'm getting. It's not even computing up here at all. No computation. No understand of the anglais. You know what I mean? Don't understand English. Simple English is not being understood. And if you want to just take that and put that in that new energy that you're going to be manifesting for yourself, make sure that you're doing it for the best intentions towards yourself. You need to take some self-love now, okay? And worry about what you're going to take your next step. But I do feel that, like it says, the High Priestess Dana, by the way, her name is Dana, the High Priestess, you have divine knowledge that can help others through spiritual teaching. So now it's the knowledge that you've been given for the spiritual part of your life in your journey, you can start showing other people. Don't waste it all on just one person. There's a lot of people out there that need assistance in trying to understand it. And if you have some knowledge that you can share, then by all means share it. It doesn't mean you have to give everything of your spirituality to someone, but you can help, maybe a person's hit a bump in the road and they're kind of feeling complacent in what they're doing, like you are right now. You're trying to figure out what direction to go in. So the direction that they're recommending is to do yourself love, do yourself a favor. Okay, be there for yourself first. Okay, take the time to just kind of hang out for yourself. Have some of that alone time where you can quiet your mind and be able to think more clearly instead of having the racing minds and focusing your energy more on the new path that you're going to take or the new journey that you're walking currently. And if she wants to go and do her thing, then let her. It's not going to be computing between the two of you. That seems to be the overall end all. And that's the way. If she wants to be, then let her be. Don't be there for when she wants to come back when things don't work out, but be compassionate to her. If she comes back and wants to know information after she has a little bit of awakening, at whatever time in her life, if she ever plans on it, I don't know. But you are well on your way with it. Okay, so just focus your energy. You'll end up meeting a like-minded person probably that's going to be able to walk you through some new experiences that you haven't even tried to understand yet. Right? So keep looking out for number one, which is yourself, because without you, then we all suffer. Like we don't want to see anything bad happen to you, or have you sitting in an energy for a long time that's not working. That's just not fair to your spirit, to your energies, to people around you, the friends that you do still currently have, whether you know you're in communication or direct communication with them all, and find the support. I'm sure that you have other friends that are willing to help you through this. And stop focusing the energy. Like seriously, to me, even just talking about it repetitively, kind of gets me kind of, you know what I mean? Like when it's repeated, and you got the same result, it's time to let go. Okay, move in a different direction. Be happy, right? Worry about you and what's going to be coming, from the spiritual, department of things. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's what I see, and I see both these as very powerful, strong women. They're very strong in that with what they're having to deal with. They've been through the wrecking machine, and they've come out on the other side, if not better than when they went into that wrecking machine. You know what I mean? Think of it as a divine blessing that things ended the way they did, and be able to understand that for yourself. Don't worry about number one, right? Nobody needs to be disrespected. It's like if somebody was to come on my channel and start, being a spam bot or anything like that, I would just kindly block them. Just cut it. Take the energy somewhere else. I don't even want to entertain that kind of energy. It's very child-minded, very young, and very it's very I can't even say the word. It's the understanding that you need to have with someone, and I think that's what you need to focus on, is your different levels of where it is, right? So always be careful with what you're doing with your energy. Like, keep your energy close to you while you're doing your healing, allowing to work through the emotions so you're not bringing any more baggage from, this relationship. If you saw, stuff that you need to work through for other relationships or that are currently going on. Oh, my arm is starting to hurt. I think I broke my arm when I fell down the stairs. I had an incident about a month ago, and I fell down the SkyTrain where I live, and it hurt. I think I broke my arm, actually, because it's been bothering me. And if I move it a certain way, it's like, I think I actually have like a fracture in my arm somewhere. I fell down the stairs and ended up with a big goose egg on my head. Didn't sleep, one hell of a headache. And I had bruises all down my leg because I went rolling. This guy had his little dolly cart, and I went to go around it, and he went stopped, so I kept going, and I tumbled down the stairs, and I think I might have broke my arm. And I have very fragile bones, so it probably wouldn't be surprising. So I'm going to go to the doctor tomorrow. It was raining out today, so I didn't bother. But I think there's either a fracture or there's a break, because it gets painful. Like I can't even sleep on it at night. Right? And it's halfway down my arm, so it would have been like where I would have connected with one of the stairs. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you got to make a doctor's appointment and get that looked at. It's not like, I don't think it's a muscle problem. I think it's in the bone. It hurts a lot. So, but yeah. So bear with me. It goes all the way down. Like I get pain all the way down my arm. So when I'm rubbing my arm, it's very slow. So yeah. Rubbing it because it's really sore. It's been bothering me now for a couple of days again because I don't take pain medication. I'm gonna have to probably go to the doctor and get some because this is just too much. All right. So who are we doing now? We are doing Meg Young. Is there a line on which you just got to draw off from blessings to come? I just need to let the negativity go. Yeah, it's okay. It's going to benefit you. You've got all these neat things coming up for you, and you've got no time for all the drama. You've got, job offers, and everything is working more in a positive note already. You see what I mean? When you start focusing and work with your guides to actually create something more positive for yourself. And you're going to be probably so busy with all the stuff that's coming in, especially with it being a Christmas season, to be able to go out to more Christmas parties and not have to drag around kind of an inculate that doesn't know how to have fun. You know what I mean? So just focus. You never know. You might end up meeting someone. There's a lot of love in the air when it becomes Christmas time. You know what I mean? Let your antennas be out there looking, and don't give up. Right? There's always something on the other side of the rainbow. So make sure that you are in tune to that. Okay? Hey, don't worry. You don't have to feel sorry for my pain. Trust me. I've been trying to get through this. There's times where I can't sleep at night though because of it. It gets me up and down. But I'm stubborn. I don't like going to doctors unless I have to. I'm very stubborn that way. I don't like going to doctors unless I have a problem. But this is now going on like a month and a half of feeling this pain, and it just I didn't think to notice after I'd fallen down those stairs. But I ended up with bruises all over from my bump. Because I'm anemic, I bruise easily too, which really sucked. It looked like I was taking a baseball bat to my body because it was like there was bruises on my legs, there was bruises on my arms, But I didn't think that I could possibly have broken a bone because I have very fragile bones. I don't drink a lot of milk because I'm allergic to it. I break out in a rash, eczema. So I can't drink milk and build up. My bone density is probably getting really low. I try to take a calcium pill at the most, but I usually end up with eczema because I'm allergic to milk, eggs, chocolate, anything that was fun to eat. I was allergic to nuts, stuff like that. Not severe ones, but I would end up with a rash, eczema in my hot zones. So in my arms, I would feel it all the way up my arms. Get it in my groin area, on my legs. It would just take its toll. Right? Little patches everywhere with dry skin. So, I don't eat a lot of milk, so I wouldn't be surprised if it actually is broken, to tell you the truth. If I come back tomorrow and you guys see me with a big splint in my arm, don't be surprised because I'm pretty sure it's probably busted or something's not right there. It's setting wrong. Right? I didn't feel it for a couple of days. It's like it pops, like it almost rubs or crunches. Hey, I'm still alive and I'm still living and I'm still having a good time, regardless of the pain. Pain will come and go. Okay. I take whatever I can get for peace and quiet for when I do get my arm. Has to be wiped up. I can't leave it too far above my head. When you put your hands behind your head and you're watching TV or whatever, I start feeling it and I start using it, leaning on it more, or laying on it. So that's why. All right, so we are on to Meg. Meg Young, what is in store for you today? What are you in store? What are you pondering? Don't tell me what you're pondering. Please do not tell me any information. I don't need anything, okay? I'm getting intuitive messages to be and it's I'm going to pull out some cards for you, Meg. Oracle. From the Witch's Tarot we're using right here. I love using this one. It's so much more details, and I love details. I love details. So we're going to look for some details within the cards today for you, Meg Young. See what messages need to come through for you from the spirit guides, energies, angels, and all the above. And we're going to take them, I guess. And it's going to be a 5-minute reading. So start the clock, 5 minutes, and hopefully we can get through them all. Let's see if we can. Okay. So the first card we have is the Four of Swords. There's something that's going on that you are just becoming enlightened about. It's almost like you're coming. You came around the corner of this building. Okay, say you came around this corner of this building. It's like you just walked around the corner and found out some information. So something was revealed to you. Okay, there was something going on that you just got. Light is shining on you. You see that? Where the ray of light is shining on you. You're knowing something, and all of a sudden you see these 3 swords sitting there. So this could be revolving around a possible relationship fallout. Because it does take a 3 of Swords as far as a breakup. Okay, it's usually based in the unloving type. So it's something that happened with you. Something was illuminated to you, or you saw the light of. Then you have the Strength card. So this is a definite, falling out with a person. Okay, but you have the Strength. You kind of had an already knowing kind of situation, but you weren't quite sure. But then you got, it got to the point where you found out on your own. Okay, this could be a third party relationship or someone was having, extramarital or situations going on, and that's what I see. Um, but you're not coming across as very angry, but you're just like I knew, you just knew, right? So now you have the Five of Swords. So you went from a 4 to a 5. So you're moving in the proper direction. You're moving forward with it. You have the Strength card. The Leo is another correlation to that. And then you have an Aries energy coming through the air. Is pointing towards a dragonfly spirit animal. I don't remember what the dragonfly means in spirit. I'll look at my animal oracle deck here in the book here quickly. Because I do know that it has the dragonfly in here, and everything is pointing towards a dragonfly right at this point. It's in reverse. Okay, so your swords are pointing upwards. Okay, so it could be in reverse, but it's pointing upwards and it's pointing directly at something. Okay, this is something that you might not have attuned to, but take notice of where this is directing you to. I see a lot of like you're staring at all these swords. There's like 4 little fairies, and then there's 5 swords. But you went from a 4 to a 5, so you know that you have pinpointed the situation, that it's directed at the situation. Whatever the situation is the person is being shown who it is. Okay, it is all directing as to what your intuition was telling you in the first place, and you're having to draw really hard on your strength to get through this. But it's been revealed to you. You know what and who and how or what it was. Okay, you know what I mean? Like that energy of knowing this was happening or going on. Okay, so for the future, for the outlook for the next little while for you, is the High Priestess. You had all the knowledge. You've got all the knowledge, and it's really an independent thing that you're walking away from. Like you're standing in your strength right now. Having all the knowledge and all the illuminated energy and darkness that came along with this revelation is shining directly at you, and you feel good about it. You feel that you can walk away from this, breaking the tie and just walking away, right? Getting the energy of you just wanting to be out now. You just want out. You just want to be out. Two of Swords, you're not willing to fight for this. This is unfortunate, but this is in reverse. You wanted to fight for this, but it wasn't working. The person thought that you were blind and naive and took advantage of that energy from you. So it's kind of like flipping your world upside down. Then we have Temperance, which is delivering you a more positive outlook on life. It's going to help you to be able to grow, to expand, to understand that this third-party relationship is not what they want in your direction for you to go. I do want to take a look at this. This is a dragonfly, wasn't it? I want to look at this dragonfly energy that's. Excuse me for a sec here. I'm just trying to find the dragonfly meaning here. I know there was one. I do know that there was one here. Where is the earth energy? I know it's here. I know it's here. Come on, dragonfly, where are you? Oh. But I see it as there's not a lot of the message I just got was dragonflies don't actually have a long they expire. Like they don't have a long existing time for things to really work out in the favor of the dragonfly. The dragonfly has a very short lifespan. So this could have been a relationship that you walked into that hasn't even been going on for very long, but it's revealing the red flags to you. Is what I'm kind of hearing in the background here from Spirit. And Dragonflies are mystical animals. I do know that they have a purpose when it comes to spirit animals. Um, they're very they're neat little animals. They are also able to transport energy from the spirit realm into the three-dimensional realm. As a matter of fact, I also learned that much about them. Um, oh, here we are. Okay, so I found what the dragonfly means. So we're going to focus on this dragonfly and why all five swords are pointing upwards at this item. So, like the butterfly, dragonfly, and butterflies. Like I even make prayer butterflies, because of their flexibility within spirit. So, like the butterfly, dragonfly embodies a regenerative, positive, and rebirth. After mating, dragonflies deposit their eggs in the water, where they hatch and develop into aquatic larvae before transmuting into an adult dragonfly. The dragonfly emerges from its fully aquatic lifestyle to a creature capable of full aerial flight. So that could be, like a transformation is going on. And there, it was probably noticeable, this thing that was going on between the said other parties. Okay, I don't want to get too much onto that, but um, the transformation was happening, and there was really nothing that you could actually go and do anything about. It was too fast, It went and it started, and that was it, right? Um, so, dragonfly represents a symbolic death of the midpoint in its life. Okay, so it means that the end it has come. Okay, the end of it is done. That's why, the earth, the swords are all pointing to it because its life is limited to that, right? So, dragon experiences a symbol of death in the midpoint of his life. After a period of obligatory dormancy, the dragonfly reemerges as an apparent completely new creature, with deceptively iridescent wings that seem to glisten at the change of light. A transformation dragonfly is yearning to see you make today. As children, we may have been taught values and beliefs that are based on culture or family traditions, morals, and maybe simply regarding an outdated into today's society. These illusions seem so real, though, that we accept them as a reality. And as we mature, these often contradict our self-discovery principles, and we learn to adapt to them accordingly. So, what you used to believe in a lot of things have been taken just from this experience for you. It's made you kind of flip your world all the way upside down, and it was all because of one thing. Right? Your whole world got flipped right sideways, and it's like you came across and found the information, right? Uh, so that it's all about the illusion, right? Having the illusion coming and manifesting into a proper node, right? So, however, the dependency on how deeply those beliefs are ingrained, sometimes we cannot shake them in order to make way for our own. When this happens, we find ourselves in turmoil because we feel as though we were dishonoring our culture or family by trying to follow our own truth. If a dragonfly has darted into your cards today, you are being urged to break through self-endorsed limitations and hinder your development and growth. Look at yourself and acknowledge the illusion you may have been woven around you. So that whole illusion of the other parties dancing and trying to distract you from what was really going on, which is unfortunate. And I'm sorry to have to be the bearer of this news. Um, so self-endurance and limitations and hinder your development and growth. Look at yourself and acknowledge the illusion you may have woven around yourself as a form of protection, and ask yourself if these illusions were put in place to prevent you from seeing the truth or to prevent others from seeing the real you. Have you started believing in your own deception of falsity created originally to protect your sense of security or self-esteem? Your view on the world may be restricted by your tainted perception of what's real and what is not, and as a result, the view to the rest of the world you may have also been unfairly tainted. Um, so it's all about what was the illusion was. Um, not in a good intention. Okay, so like they created the illusion for you to distract you, and you weren't, but it wasn't a shock when you found it. It wasn't a shock for you. But you got temperance on your side in the future. And she's very, she means business when she means business. Okay, uh, she's not going to stand idly by and continue to allow this energy to be manifested. She wants to have positive things happening and reiterating, some self healing. Um, but the Two of Swords, it's not a relationship that you're blind in anymore. You have your two swords. You're protecting yourself. Now, if this was up right side up, then I would kind of question as to that this is still carrying on, right? But you're at the point now where you are not going to battle. It's a shock. That's enough to deal with, and it's time to just let it go. But it's going to be a difficult process. But that's why Temperance is here to assist you. So definitely draw on some spiritual energy. Your strength card is above the Two of Swords. So it's mirroring this is kind of like speaking to the Leo energy or your strength, saying you can handle it. You've got everything you need. You have your swords in order. You're getting your ducks in a row for this to be a positive outlook. So, and it's pointing directly. Everything is pointing directly at the cause of this person that has created this illusion to you of love or companionship, whatever it is. That's still creating probably the same illusion for the other person. So, always just worry about yourself. You will work through it. You have a lot of new beginnings, new growth, new like flowers blooming in both sides. You're going to find the balance within this. Okay, so don't let yourself get caught up in the actual illusion anymore. It's been revealed itself. You have the highest of knowledge to know what's going on, and you're not being fooled. Okay. So, and Temperance is there just to let you know that she is there and supporting you. Okay. She is not going to allow this to continue if she doesn't want that to do. Right. You know what I mean? She's not going to allow the situation to manifest anymore. She's going to draw the line there, and that's it. Right. So definitely. Unfortunately, I had to bring this message out. I don't like sending messages like this, but the good thing is that we have the Goddess Oracle cards, which always point us in the right direction for us to possibly move and be more positive with our intentions. And taking time for yourself, again, the same thing, for you as Sophia, a lot of self appreciation of yourself and knowing that you're deserving of more positive things in life. So we want to grab a Goddess Oracle card, please, for Spirit and in what direction? Okay. There we go. Unconditional love for yourself. There you go. Unconditional love. You have Mary Magdalene, the unconditional loving situation. And she never gave up. She never stopped loving, right? She never put terms on the love. And that's one thing that you have to learn is this relationship that you're walking away from had conditions and terms. Okay, there was a certain thing that had to be going on, and saying, conditions are, when you signed out on the dotted line for this kind of situation, and that's probably what that energy is probably telling you. You walked into it, you knew what was going on. You know what I mean? But I definitely feel that you did give your, the most part of your unconditional love, but you weren't doing it for yourself. You were extending it to other people. Right? You see how she's got this little cup in her hand here, and she's extending it. Right? So Mary Magdalene wants you to know. I should just leave these on. Like I need to go and get myself a pair of these that are, so granny looking. So love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what outward appearances may be. Right? And that's probably going to be a difficult thing because of the situation that you're coming out of. But know that there are supports around you to show you, to guide you. Like you came here, you're getting the information directed for you. And that's where you need to start yourself. You're worthy of it, right? We're all worthy of having ourselves, love ourselves, and be accepting of yourself in your own skin. Even if it was a real slam down kind of situation that hit you and kind of took you out at the feet, at the knees, or whatever, metaphorically speaking, you can usually pick up and start over. Right? You pick yourself up, you brush yourself off, and you move forward. And that's all there is. Right? So, be selective. But those ones that you're leaving behind, you do not get any of this unconditional love because of what happened. Right? Okay, so this Daisy, can you also do the repeat of if you've had a reading done in the last week, you cannot have a reading for another week. Okay, let other people have an opportunity. I think I did one for you yesterday, Flying Flowers. If not, if I don't remember correctly, I'm pretty sure you were asking for one the other day. So yeah, so your love is about you, okay, and worry about yourself first, and take all this dark energy that kind of is still attached to you a bit. Um, grow away from it. Right? You're gonna have the light shining on you, and you're gonna end up having some amazing things and opportunities revealing themselves and taking all the dark energy away from you. That you can um, work your way from the dark side of things and all the pain and the hurt and the anger is a dark energy feeling, and just let it go. There's no reason to be mad. The person that has done this has been put on notice by the universe, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's been put on notice. This person is being carefully watched over, so that the energy is not taken on you. Right? So yeah, so to make sure you're drawing your energy. Don't be blinded. If you're walking away from it, you've got your little visor on saying, I don't even want to look at you right now. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't even want to see, hear, or touch you. You know what I mean? After the situation. And temperance is kind of there to make sure that it keeps the distance. There's going to be no connection that is going to be profitable from the situation. All right, but you are definitely a power woman. You've got this figured out. It's that it does hurt. It does. And I hopefully that you can heal from it. There's a lot of positive female energy there supporting you. Okay, you have a lot of the feminine part of you is going to have to go through some changes or go through an experience. Kind of let that feeling to say, hey, that's your shit. Anything that kind of brought you down in a relationship, whatever, send it right back. Just say, this is your shit. I'm not taking it with me. Okay, so it's like you guys are separated. You guys are living, metaphorically, I'm speaking. You guys are living together. You decide to, cut the house in half. Whoever gets what, you take that, you take this. That's it. Okay, like the divide is done. There's no more discussing this situation. The division has been created in the universal love between the two of you. It's done. Okay, temperance will make sure of that. So, with that, be careful of who you're doing it for. You know what I mean? The energy is definitely looking out on you for the positive note that you can move out of this and not even look back. Right? The energy is going to be recreated for you to have a nice, pleasant exit. Okay, like the fat lady saying, "You're getting off stage, enough. The show's over." You know what I mean? So, as far as that is concerned, you have to make sure you follow in that footstep. And meditation. Ask your guides as well. If you need to come back in a couple weeks and get another reading or whatever, that you can come back and maybe give some more insight after things kind of cooled off. Like give it a bit of a waiting period, like a cooling off period, and allow it to work its energy. Okay? Allow the energy to be placed out there to be able to manifest into a positive experience. Don't rush it. Don't push it. But you will end up getting, things to work out for you in your favor. Okay. All right. So who is next? That's true. Yeah, and that's why you have options available to you. Directions that you want to go. You can have hope, dreams, and everything, and have everything just kind of land in your lap from now on. If you're, working on a positive, forward-moving action that is not, hindering yourself in any way. The universe doesn't like to really hinder you, but it will give you the information that you do require to make, an educated decision on your own. Right? And that's what I do. I offer the options or the outlook of things, and it's up to you as to which way you're going to go. Right? Do you want to move forward and just, start a new whole, experience, a new chapter in your life, which, a lot of us have many chapters. I'm like a walking encyclopedia with chapters after versions after this, and I've got a lot. I went through quite a bit. In 5 years, I went through like the whole encyclopedia set from A to Z, when I did my awakening. And it never ends. I'm on a new path now with all this work. to be, the shaman experience for me on my terms. Right? Everything that I'm doing is based on my terms. And if anybody wants to come and mess up those terms, they will have, my energies will deal the card then. Right? And then you guys have heard them. I've played the spirit box, and you've heard that. Go on. I'll turn the spirit box on. You can see what we've got. And hey, let's see if we can kind of ask some questions to the energies and see what they're going to give us. Okay? So let's give it a shot, guys. So we're going to do the spirit box now. We're going to hang out with our energies. The ones that show us and give us the information. I'm going to change it on this one. I'm going to try to do it on this one. But I might have to unplug my headset. So I might, I'll have to do a lot of typing. I'll try to I if I can move it come closer. Okay, let me move the computer closer. If I go closer to it, can you guys hear better? Or do you hear less? So let me know. If you can hear me okay, I'm going to take out the headset. If you can... Oh, whoa. Okay. Whoa. Okay. We're going to turn that down. Okay. Mute. Okay, so that... Let's see. Okay, so we've got that one. Okay, so I need to go and change this.